Was geht, meine lieben Freunde, willkommen zurück zu einer neuen Folge The House in Fata Morgana, und mit diesem Goat-Soundtrack im Hintergrund starten wir rein. Wir sind heute in der 56. Folge von The House in Fata Morgana angelangt, und letztes Mal hat Giselle erzählt, dass sie so die Story erzählen will, und Michel soll einfach zuhören, ne? Und jetzt geht's ab, Freunde. Ich hab Bock. Das heißt, der Story ist also wahrscheinlich auch Story von Michel. Let's go. Giselle medically recounted her tale to me. She told me of how she accepted an offer from the Bollingers to work as an Abigail to earn money for her family. Of how my father, Antonin, had other plans for her. Of the things he did to her. She spoke dryly, simply putting words to each event, one after the other. I had already seen how she felt deep down though. Had heard her pain screams, which were undoubtedly genuine. Oh, Digga, Soundtrack, holy shit, muss man auch schon sagen. I didn't think she was trying to deceive me. There was the sound of old wounds being torn open, and even I could see that. Or perhaps my own experiences were what allowed me to see it. Regardless, I had realized too late. I should have seen it sooner. She described it all mechanically, to remain detached from what had happened to her, to protect herself. Genauso macht sie es ja dann auch
Wollte ich gerade sagen.
bei Fofter und der anderen.
Ja, also
Fofter ist alles verändert einfach,
ja,
ne?
noch mehr detached.
Ja. Of that, I had no doubts. Still, the things she told me were almost unbearable.
Unbearable.
And I had a little difficult time accepting them.
Das heißt so
Ja, schon klar. Ich überlege gerade nur, ob bei Giselle, also Giselle wird ja nicht geglaubt, ob es bei Whitehead Girl auch immer ist, was der Aussieht ist, ne? Also bei Door 3 war es ja so zum Beispiel mit den Briefen, dass Jacopo ihr nicht geglaubt hat, wegen Maria, der Bitch.
Bei Door 2 war es mehr so mit Beast und der Frau.
No.
So.
No. What was I supposed to do when I learned my father was a rapist? How was I supposed to react to that revelation? What was I supposed to think about the fact that his blood flowed through me? I repulsed myself. Geiler Soundtrack, Freunde. Holy shit, wirklich.
Do you want all the details?
What do you mean?
Of the wounds he gave me.
Ja, stimmt, wenn man die hier nicht sieht, ist irgendwo am Bauch oder irgendwo.
I still have scars from the things he did. If you don't believe me, I can show them to you.
No, that won't be necessary.
I see. That's a relief. I don't think I could have handled that right now.
I hadn't turned down her offer for her sake. I only did so because I didn't think I could take any more. I averted my eyes to protect myself. Why had I taken my mother's word? Brushing aside everything Giselle had said and done. Ja stimmt, die Mother haben wir auch gesehen, das ist ja so crazy, ne? I knew good and well my mother was no longer in her right mind. So why had I thought her letter the truth? Why had I been unable to think rationally? Das hat aber auch Giselle mal gesagt, so, dass irgendwas in der Menschen so einen dazu verleitet, mehr so abgefuckt zu sein kann. There were, I believe, several factors. My childhood, my past, the witches' whispers, and above all, my own character, consumed with distrust for everything. I had to face it now, to open my eyes once more, to look at everything I had pretended away until now. I was not completely blameless for her suffering after all. Please continue, if you will.
I left off at the point where the mistress discovered what was happening, I believe. I was sent to this mansion to atone for my sins.
Sins that you didn't even commit.
It was decided I would be sent here rather than being executed, which was what the mistress wanted. At first I assumed it would be essentially a private prison. But in the carriage on the way here I was given a letter.
A letter from whom?
It didn't say, but your father was the one who ordered me here, so I would guess it was him. The letter was very concise, simply explaining that there was someone already there. The Bollinger's youngest child. It didn't go into any more detail than that. But it did ask me to look after you.
Do you still have the letter? Jetzt kann die Handschrift erkennen, I guess?
I don't. The coachman took it back after I was finished. Thinking back on it now, that was rather strange of him to do.
Wurde wahrscheinlich geordert. Ich denke, maybe von der Schwester dann, I guess, oder so? Oder einer der Brüder, keine Ahnung.
It was just a harmless letter.
It was anything but.
What?
Ah. It was my father who wrote that letter. He believes me to be dead. So he would have sincerely thought he was banishing you to an empty house in a remote forest. The writer couldn't risk leaving anything that might suggest I was still alive.
Then who?
My brother, I believe. Either Dida or Georges. But I would guess Dida.
Einfach Didier Drogba. Didier.
Didier?
Ja. Your brother? Why would he?
I do not know. I can't imagine why he would write such a letter, or why he would want to tell you about me. That's not that guy.
I don't believe he had any ill intentions, at least. I mean, he asked me to look after you. That makes it sound like he's concerned about you. Your lies. Deception.
Then why doesn't he stay in contact? Why does he never respond to my letters? Oh, also schreibt Letter, aber kriegt sie zurück. Ach, Maria fängt sie ab?
Tja.
Bitch. It's a bit late to suddenly start being concerned. No, never mind that now. Please tell me the rest.
Alright.
Giselle resumed her story from the day she fled the mansion, terrified by my behavior. She seemed to be putting a bit more emotion in her tone of voice now, perhaps because she could see I was more interested in this part. Hier, weil er da nicht mehr da war, obviously. There was a deep sadness on her face as she described that night in the rain, listening to the thunder when she gave up on living. And I knew I had caused it. She then told me of the time she spent in a nearby village. How at first life had seemed wonderful, but in time it had come crumbling down. Naturally, she wouldn't be here to tell me this if nothing had happened there. Once she was through with her tale, Giselle let out a long, heavy sigh, as though she had been holding it in for some time. I thought I could hear just a faint trembling in the air she exhaled.
That is everything. Do you believe me? If you don't, if you still think I'm deceiving you, then I won't argue with you, that's fine. If that's the case, please just kill me.
Why? Didn't you tell me this sooner? I know I wasn't very open to anything you said, but if, that day, when I found you in my room, you had told me I was mistaken, that the sin belonged to my father. It might not have turned out like this.
Es hat ja die Memories getriggert, der hat ja suppressed, oder? Oder the knife.
What?
Achso, oder nee, sie konnte sich nicht ausdrücken, deswegen. You were holding a knife. I can't handle blades anymore. Ever since what happened, that scared they scare me to death. Just the sight of one in someone's hand, and I start thinking they're going to set it on me, use it on me. I can't help it. I start shaking uncontrollably, growing faint of breath. The world goes white. I can't even form words. There's nothing I can do.
Ah, now I finally see. She was grimacing in pain. The day the package arrived, when you knocked my hand away.
Because I was scared. Because it reminded me of that time.
I had assumed she was simply jumping from a guilty conscience. I felt nauseous, realizing I had been pouring a constant stream of salt onto her unmendable wounds. What a damn fool I was.
Why did you get so upset at me? Why did you have to point a knife at me?
I didn't want you snooping. If you meant to sell information about me, I thought I had to do anything in my power to stop you.
I'm still not convinced it was necessary.
Ja, it's seine Story.
I was unharmed. I couldn't fight back. You didn't need a knife. Aber seine backstory will be there. I have nothing left anymore, so I'm going to tell you exactly how I feel. You're a jerk! What you did was inexcusable.
Ja, bei den anderen aber viel mehr.
Yeah. You might not have hurt me physically, but you still hurt me. Humans are frail creatures. They wound easily. Apologize, die anderen müssten. They will pay. Apologize to me. I said apologize.
I'm sorry.
Again. Pour your heart into it. Convince me you mean it.
I'm sorry.
Again, once more. Get down on your knees and shout it from your guts.
I'm so very sorry! Was that a laugh?
Jeez, you're such a strange man.
Strange, you taught me to do it.
Nothing's going like I thought it would. I figured even if we talked, you would just deny everything I said. I didn't think you'd actually listen to me. But you did. You listened and you looked quite distressed by what you heard.
I looked distressed?
Oh yes, you sure did. I wish I had a mirror to show you. Sie lächelt wieder. I'm sure you didn't want to believe what I said, but you didn't once accuse me of lying. You faced up to the truth and you apologized. I seem to have had the wrong impression of you as well. I didn't try to see you for who you were, instead letting myself to believe you were someone to be afraid of. To be honest, I didn't like you very much.
The feeling was mutual. But for some reason I don't feel that way now. Is it guilt?
I need to apologize to you too.
Apologize? For what?
I let the villagers hear. I almost sold my soul to the devil. Ja, Michel einen Pakt mit dem Devil, sagt er. I tried to, oder sagen die Leute genau. I tried to sell you out to save myself. And for that I am truly sorry.
I don't understand.
What? Do I need to get down on my knees too?
Yes? No, that's not what I meant. The blame falls on the village for falsely accusing you of stealing. You were a convenient scapegoat for the real thieves. They planned to take advantage of you from the start. That Abide was probably in on it as well.
Yeah.
To get back at you for rejecting his proposal. Ah.
Yeah.
The bastard. Plus giving the village a single target to let out their frustration on would, in a way, help unify them. He used you to meet that end. In order to escape from the trap, you told them about me. But this was after I had threatened you, causing you to flee from this place. You have nothing to apologize for.
Still, I still feel really bad about it. So, I'm sorry anyway.
You're unexpectedly stubborn.
But now that we've both apologized to each other, we can call everything square.
Square?
Square.
Square one.
We were
Nothing.
both in the wrong. So we apologized and we forgave each other.
She gave a little smile, but all I could do was stare at her, brow furrowed in perplexity, like I was looking at some bizarre fantasyland creature. The weight of our crimes was not equal. What I had done to her was so very much worse. Furthermore, I am Antonin's son. His blood flows through me.
Ja, dafür kann er nichts.
Can you honestly say you don't find me revolting? That you're willing to forgive me for that? I didn't think I would be able to. If I were her, my grudge would extend to all of my family, everyone I had ever come in contact with.
I can't. Although, you don't need forgiveness for being his son. Being related to someone doesn't make you responsible for their sins. It wouldn't be fair to blame you for that.
You're curious.
What? Curious? About what?
No, not that curious. You're a strange creature.
I'm human, you know?
Yes, I know you're human, but... nee, you're making me lightheaded.
Is it a medical emergency?
That's quite the leap in logic.
You know, I was at my lowest just a little bit ago, but now I'm laughing again. It's odd. I never expected I would recover at all.
I was just as surprised as her. She had been through hell, and she had more than enough reason to despise me, to shower me with vitriol, but instead she was smiling. And even more unexpected was the fact that I felt relieved to see it. Back to Giselle. I guess jetzt seine Story.
Oh,
Deswegen sind wir zu ihrer Perspektive.
Please. I really, truly wished I had gotten to know him sooner. Yes, I had fled from the mansion in fear of him, but maybe if I had just a little more courage, enough to tell him the truth, maybe he would have listened. I had let my initial impression of him solidify too quickly. I had convinced myself he was insensitive and perpetually expressionless, save for the Arctic there. But the man standing before me did experience sadness, pain, stress, or at the very least he appeared to from where I was standing. Michel was just like me, an ordinary
Du
person.
bist genau wie ich, Rainer.
That said, there was still plenty I didn't know. I was still lacking explanations for much of his behavior. Would you mind telling me about yourself now? I'd like to get to know you better. What are you doing here in this mansion all alone? Why do you call yourself cursed? I told you everything. It's only fair to you do the same.
Yes, Michel.
I have no interest in using your information for anything. I have no reason to. Or are you going to keep pushing the master and servant line? Do you still think I have no need to know?
Be quiet! For the love of God, stop talking already!
Yo.
You always pick the worst time!
What?
Ah,
Damn, er ist immer so richtig reserved, aber dann gibt es Moments, wo er so komplett emotional so outburst hat. Excuse me? What do you mean? I always pick the worst time.
no, I wasn't.
Nein, versteh mich nicht falsch.
Ich bin mit Freund.
Unbelievable. Just when I was starting to think you might actually be a decent human being, then you go and spout this.
No, Giselle, I wasn't talking to you.
Warte.
Also die Witch ist
Ja, in
whispering.
deine Ear oder so, ne?
Ja.
Oh shit.
Aber vielleicht mal ist das sein Curse, dass er immer die Stimme hört.
Ja, irgendwie sowas. Who else could it have been?
I was talking to,
Komm
you know,
schon, sag jetzt bitte.
I have a condition that forces me to vocalize objections to my own thoughts.
Das klingt Cap.
Ja.
I wasn't talking to you, you were talking to someone. Tell me! You know? Yeah, that's about as convincing as my allergy to people excuse. Genau, komm, was ich vorher gesagt habe. Weißt du noch?
Ja, warte.
Komm, ich spür's, ich spür's. Komm.
Ja, sorry. Ich overlay gerade, weil in Dorf 4 war es ja so Replacing Memories.
Ja.
So obviously war das, weil sie es so erzählt hat, die Maid, ne?
Mhm.
Aber wie konnte der Michel in der Dorf dann trotzdem so in den Gedanken so reden, so surface, weißt du? Die fragt sich, wie konnte der surfacen? Ich habe mir gerade so gedacht, die Whispers von der Witch,
Können nicht geändert werden.
ja, das auch, weil das nicht von zwischen den beiden ist. Aber ich dachte gerade so, weil die Whisper von der Witch, die hat er schon, also wirklich anscheinend, ne?
Mhm.
Und dass die halt so in die Dorf hier auch sind. Deswegen sind ja diese ganzen Lags, ne? What a beautiful story, much better than everything, ne? Bei dir? So. Sorry. Ach, come on, Digga.
Weirdo. What crosses did he bear? What secrets did he keep? Maybe the truth was far beyond my reckoning. Yeah, but it's there. And if it was, even if he did, please tell me everything, Tosha. No matter what you say, I won't doubt your words. I will trust you. I'm sure I can accept anything you say. It's going to be the most crazy backstory in the history or so.
Mal schauen.
Please. If you don't put it into words, I have nothing to work with.
Okay. Where should I start though?
How about the curse then? Are you actually cursed?
An der Stelle, Freunde, nach einem ehrenlosen Cliffhanger. Und wir erfahren die Wahrheit hinter der Wahrheit. Endlich. Nächste Folge. Und eine mal neues Shit. Okay, Freunde, lasst gerne like abonnieren, der Part des Videos und was ich glaube. Und es ist so geil, wie das Sound nächstes Mal. Boah! Dann würde ich sagen, wieder schauen, Freunde. Und Rico. Ciao!